All right, what's up, YouTube? I'm Comforting. I know we have not talked about a lot of the card of the day stuff from Code of the Duelist, COTD, set abbreviation. So I finally wanted to dig into this. So this is the news that came out this morning. For those of you guys that have been wondering if we were going to talk about it. So, Supreme King's Wrath. If you control a Supreme King Zark, destroy as many monsters as you control except for Supreme King Zark. And if you do, start summon up to 4 Supreme King servant monsters with different names from your hand, extra deck, and or graveyard, ignoring their summoning conditions. You banish this card from your graveyard, then target one of your Supreme King servant XYZ monsters. Control attach 2 Supreme King servant dragon monsters from your graveyard and or face up extra deck to that monster. Very interesting to see that they're releasing this post link format. This would have been a very, very fucking fun card if we would have still had everything working the way it was. Next up, this is the big news of today. So, you only activate one card with this card's name once per turn. So, Spellbook of Ruda. Send one Spellbook card except for Spellbook of Ruda from your field and or hand to the graveyard. Or one spellcaster type monster you control, and if you do, draw 2 cards. This is essentially the missing piece that Spellbooks have been needing for the longest time. Also keep note that this will trigger your Shadal monsters effects. This is actually really, really fucking cool that spellcasters are getting essentially another generic draw card. Definitely looking at the Spellbook archetype. This is how you balance Spellbook of Judgment. I definitely think that this is a very good call. Definitely looking forward to seeing where this goes. Next up, Supreme King Servant Dragon Odd Eyes. So, contribute 1 Supreme King Servant Monster Dragon, Pendulum effect. Destroy this card. If you add 1 Pendulum monster with 1500 less attack from your deck to your hand. Alright, so, interesting. You contribute 2 Supreme King Servant Dragons, so summon this card from your hand. First monster effect. If a Pendulum monster you control battles an opponent's monster, double that battle damage to your opponent. During either player's turn, tribute this card for summon up to 2 Supreme King Pendulum monsters and or Supreme Gate Pendulum monsters from your face-up extra deck. Man, this would have been so fucking fun if we didn't have link format. I like this. There's got to be a way to make this out to be a fun deck. Supreme King Servant Dragon Dark Rebellion. So it's 2 level 4 Dark Pendulum monsters, baby. Once per turn, before damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster, detach 1 material from this card till the end of that. Oh, this fucking turn. That monster's attack becomes 0. Also, this card gains attack equal to that monster's original attack. Okay. During the player's battle phase, you can return this card to the extra deck, so summon up to 2 Servant King monsters or Supreme King Gate monsters from face up extra deck. No. Why do I have to terraform the extra deck for this? This could have been broken. Could have. Next up is Predaplant Banksia Ogre. So summon this card from hand by attributing 1 monster your opponent controls with a Predator counter. This card sent from the field to graveyard, place 1 Predator counter on each face-up monster your opponent controls, and if they do, any of those monsters that are level 2 or higher become level 1 as long as they have a Predator counter. Pretty standard. It's Kaiju for Predator plants. Next up, Zombina? Talking about this guy, right? And then this guy, and then these. Alright, so let's go back here. If this card is destroyed by your opponent's card by battle card effect, and target 1 level 4 lower monster in your graveyard except for Zombina special summon it. Would have been good some formats ago. Treasure Pander? Treasure Pander? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh man, 1100, 2000. Alright. You can banish up to 3 spell trap cards from graveyard. Face down. So summon 1 normal monster from your deck whose level is equal to the number of cards you banished. So you can special summon level 3. That's interesting. The Immortal Hermit of Thunder. You can special summon this card from hand by paying 3,000 life points. This card is special summoned by the way written, it's 1 effect is destroyed by your opponent since the graveyard. You gain 5,000. Whoa. So I bring this guy out by paying 3, and if he's destroyed by the opponent, I gain 5,000 life. That card's gonna be broken. Twilight Cloth. Target 1 face-up monster you control. Banish any number of Lightsworn monsters from your graveyard, and if you do, this card gains 200 attack and defense for each monster banished. This card sent from the deck to the graveyard by a Lightsworn card effect and activate this effect during your turn. Lightsworn monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effect. Okay, it's about what I would expect. Smile Universe. During the turn you activate this, you cannot normal summon or special summon monsters except with this card's effect. And your monsters cannot attack. So special summon as many pendulum monsters from your extra deck as possible, but their effects are negated. Then your opponent gains life points equal to the combined original attack of those monsters special summoned. Once again, this is why Link format had to ruin a bunch of things. That's broken as fuck. Jack Wyvern. You can only activate this card name effect once per turn. Banish this card and one machine type monster you control, then target one dark monster in your opponent's graveyard and so summon it. Oh, hold on here. You can banish this card and one machine monster you control, target one dark monster in your opponent's graveyard and so summon it. Huh, gadgets somewhere rolling over in their graves. That's really interesting. Hackworm. If your opponent controls a monster, you're supposed to summon this card from your hand. Level 1. Interesting. Heaviness. Target one face monster that loses attack equal to the defense until the end of the turn. Oh boy, the final trap cards. Roll 6-sided dice and destroy as many face-up monsters with level or rank equal to or lower than the total. Okay. When Spell Monster activates its effect, your opponent draws one card, also negate that effect and activation. If you do, destroy it. Things are... Oh god, that's interesting. I like this. Your opponent's monster activates their effect. Your opponent draws a card, and then you get to negate the effect. Counter Fairy's got a new friend. Pulse Bomb. If you control a machine type monster until the end of this turn, if your opponent normal social summons a monster, change the defense mode. If your opponent currently controls the face attack position monster, you get to change those to defense mode. Transmission Gear. Hold on. Is that a gear? Is that a Gear Gear card? That's a Gear Gear card. During damage calculation, when a monster you control is battling an opponent's monster, play a game of rock, paper, scissors with your opponent. If the result is a draw, play again. Then the player who loses banishes their monster battling face down. What? Oh man, Yu-Gi-Oh's even more RNG based now. Ugh. I cry every time. There's a couple more things over here. Topology Bomber Dragon. This guy. This effect is actually really interesting for the game. So it is 3000 Link 4. It's a minimum of 2 effect monsters to make it. If a monster accepts this card, a special summon at a Link monster's Link point. Destroy all monsters in the main monster zone. Just take a drink of water here for it. So that means if any monster, so if this guy's chilling up in your extra deck zone, this thing's broken. If a monster is summoned to any Link monster's Link point, you get to nuke the board for free. Also, your other monsters can't attack, but who cares? You have a Dark Hole on crack with 3000 attack points. After damage calculation, when this card attacks an opponent's monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack points. This thing is an amazing powerhouse. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how the OCG will develop and actually use this card. I definitely think there's a lot of potential in Topology Bomber Dragon. Definitely a lot more than it's seen. And next up, Cracking Dragon here. It's a 3000 0. I read this card earlier. I had a lot of hope for it, but cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster whose level is lower than or equal to this card's. When your opponent's normal or special summons exactly one monster, can't pendulum summon 5. You can have that monster lose 200 attack times its level until the end of this turn. If you do, you get to inflict damage to your opponent equal to the amount. So, unfortunately, there's no special summon clause for this guy, which kind of sucks. But that's really besides the point for him. Final thoughts here, though. I'm really disappointed that they're releasing all of the Supreme King Servant support after Link format. I definitely think that this deck would have been massively broken, probably near tier 1 status, because once you would start the essential loop, you would be able to just continue to spam these things. And the fact that this trap card actually exists for the most part, being able to just bust out all of these guys for free is absolutely amazing. I'm a bit saddened by that. Spellbook support, phenomenal. But what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about today's support. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm out. Deuces. That's not all, folks. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Please check out my Cardfight Vanguard channel, VanCole40. You guys will get an insight on our playtesting sessions. And please check out the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. That way you guys can follow the House of Champions and MCole40 interactions. Please check out MCole Games for all of your guys' trading card game needs. And if you guys enjoyed this content, please check out my Patreon in the description. Every bit helps to the creation of these videos. One step at a time in improvement, and that's the goal of this channel. Alright guys, have a good time, and thanks for watching.